she's thought to be the oldest breeding osprey in the UK, and today Lady returned to her nest in Perthshire for a record-breaking 21st year. Well, our reporter Stephen Godden is near the site of the nest at the Loch of the Louse Wildlife Reserve near Dunkeld. Stephen.
Jackie, all quiet here now, but don't be fooled. This has been a busy day here at the Visitor Centre as word got round that the Loch of the Louse most famous resident is back. Now, as you said, the Lady, she's back here for the 21st consecutive years, nesting up in those trees behind me. To give you an idea of how remarkable that is, on average, an osprey only lives for 8 years. Once again, it's a story of this bird defying the odds. High up on her treetop perch, Scotland's most famous osprey appears unruffled by the fuss she's created down below. A few months ago, the Lady was seemingly at death's door, but against expectations, she survived, a capacity for surprise she's demonstrated once again by returning to her traditional summer nest for the 21st year in a row.
Honestly, I really hoped that she would come back, but the chances were quite slim. Seeing her leaving last year, you know, after her bout of illness, not just her age as well, so for her to make that 3,000-mile journey in that state, and then, you know, to recover while she was in Africa, and then come back looking so healthy is just remarkable, and we're all thrilled here. So how far have you come to Liverpool?
This couple were delighted with the timing of their trip.
We sat at breakfast this morning and said, well, we'll go and see it supposedly the end of March. So, and we walked in and the lady said, you're just lucky, she's just arrived. So.
The challenge now for the centre staff is to ensure their star attraction isn't disturbed. Meanwhile, a global audience watches eagerly online to discover what will happen next.
Well, we'd hope now that our own male comes back, if not, then another male comes back, and we get youngsters. She is a bit old, so there is a possibility that she's not as fertile as she used to be. But we'd hope that she would lay eggs and produce chicks again this year.
The appearance of 2 more ospreys this afternoon means the guesswork continues, but the hope is this year could herald the arrival of the Lady's 50th chick. Now, when you consider that ospreys only returned to Scotland to breed 50 years ago, you get a sense of the significant contribution that this one particular bird has made to the recovery of the species. Now, one thing is for certain, we've learned from experience that predicting her next move is difficult, but I know that these hides are going to be busy over the weekend with people coming to see her now she's back home.
There's a lot of life in her yet, Stephen, thank you. She's a cougar osprey, clearly, is she not, Dougie?
I thought you weren't going to say that, and I wish you hadn't. So move on to the sport.
Do you want me to explain it to you?
Tell me later. Moving on to the sport.